grass gets tilled under and all of that grass dies. And then once that grass is dead and it's been tilled over for like a couple of weeks, and it's planting season, just start planting. It's really, really easy. You might have to start your seeds indoor if it's really cold where you are, but that's pretty easy. They'll have these planter trays that have like 30 or 60 little tiny dirt things about that big around and about that tall, and you just put your seed down in there and it'll sprout a little seedling, and then you can put that straight into the dirt that you've tilled over. But yeah, I mean, literally, once you've got it tilled, once you've got it planted, just watering and weeding, and that's it. Then you just gotta harvest it. Mix has got a lurk. Let's see. Gonna call the farmer up the road and see if he'll come brush it. Let it fully rest last year, but you got like 7 acres to do. Gotta go call your mom quick and say thanks for the trays and get the chicken off the fucking walls. Be right back. Yeah, I know some things. It's one of the things that you guys, if you're substantially younger than I am, it's one of the things that you'll find out as you get older is you just acquire so much useless shit. And it becomes not useless in conversation like this, where it seems like I can kind of, hold my ground and have something to offer. But other than that, but if we didn't move out to the country and plant this big ass garden, what would I have done with that knowledge? What would I have done with that? And most of it's just stuff that I learned kind of as we're doing it, right? Like I don't have a clue how to garden, but we moved up here and planted some stuff in the dirt, and so far, that's what we got to do. There you go, OJ. A little thirsty. Cheers, Sprocket. Thank you. Ooh, good. It's good OJ. Highland is a dairy company around here, but they also make other products too. Like they have their own branded orange juice. They're kind of hit or miss as far as flavor goes. Like there are some times where it is bitter orange juice, but then there's sometimes like this where that's good. And it's about like a third of the price of standard OJ. Like if you go and get Tropicana, and I love Tropicana. I worked for them for like almost 6 years. It's a good company. I've got nothing against Tropicana, and they make the best orange juice on the market. If you're buying name brand orange juice, buy Tropicana. But for like a third of the price, when this Highland OJ, if I'm gonna make a marinade, I'm buying Highland, because it doesn't matter if it's super sweet or super bitter. If it's for a marinade, it's all gonna work out in the end. But it's nice whenever it's kind of sweet too, and you can drink it. OJ? Lumen, I do have Brahms. I do have Brahms. Lumen, where are you at that you have Brahms? I thought that was kind of a very local, regional thing. The ice cream at Brahms is banging. And it's the best, dude, it is still the best deal in fast food ice cream, period. You can get a big fat double scoop of, and mind you, people that know me, you guys know how I am about my ice cream. Those that don't, I used to run my own ice cream business because I got sick of the poor quality ice cream that I could get in the grocery store. So I am very picky about my ice cream. Brahms has what I consider good quality ice cream, and you can get a double scoop for under $2. Well, I think it's like 2 and some change after tax, but it's still like, it's like $1.89 before tax or something like that, and it's a double scoop in a cone. Bro. Oklahoma? I'm going to Oklahoma for this wedding. I'm going to Westville, Oklahoma. This wedding that I got to go to today. I'll be in Oklahoma later this afternoon. Yeah, I'm here in Joplin. Yeah, I'm here in Joplin, so Oklahoma is literally like 20-minute drive. And now you know which recreationally legal state I live in, because we went rec legal in the midterms in 2022. Woot! Halfway between Tulsa and OKC. Oh, right on. I've got a brother that lives out in Oklahoma City. I need to go visit him anyway. Borden. What is Borden? I guess that was something that never made its way to Northwest Arkansas, because that's where I spent most of my life before I moved to Florida. I moved to Florida just after high school, and then stayed there, more or less stayed there up until 2021. There was like a couple years where I moved back to Arkansas. Sprocket, you've met 6 people from Twitch IRL. I've only met 1, well, 2 technically. I went over and did an IRL co-stream with Dinner with Mom over at their place, and that was a good time. So I met Mom and Ray. High quality dairy. Okay. Oh, you're talking about Borden dairy, like Borden products. Okay. So, I do know what you're talking about. I never bought Borden because it was the same price as this really great, and nobody's ever heard of it outside of Florida, and most people in Florida haven't heard of it, but it was a great local dairy called Dakin Dairy. And, the dairy products that's one of the things that I insisted on having whenever I started my ice cream business. I still make really good ice cream, but it's still not as good as whenever I make it with Dakin Dairy products. The half gallons of heavy cream that I would get from there would have this big fat cap on them. It was so good. Great dairy. They are good people. How were the 6 you've met? Or are you saying the 6 you met were good people? Because I thought you were talking about Dinner with Mom. Either way. Yeah, whenever I first started my ice cream business, I would not, I made an hour and a half drive each direction every time I wanted dairy, because that was what it took to go get it. It was that much better than everything else available. What's one of the big things about really good ice cream, the quality of ice cream? So, important things are ratios. Fat ratios are key. Like, I use whole fat milk, so 2/3 of my liquid is whole fat milk, and then 1/3 of the liquid is heavy cream, or what they call double cream in Europe. It's like 35% milk fat. So fat content's a big one. Not over churning or overworking it is huge. That's a really big one. If you think about it, think about how much butter fat content is in, because that's what fat content in milk is it's butter fats. It's the milk fat solids. Think about how much butter fat is in something that is 1/3 heavy cream. Now, if you don't know how to make butter, you can take heavy cream, you can pour it into a mason jar, and you can put a lid on it, and you can shake it up, and if you just keep shaking it long enough, you'll have butter. So literally, heavy cream is butter just waiting to happen, as long as you just got to put enough action into it. So think about that whenever you go to make ice cream. Whenever I talk about over churning it, what I mean is that ice cream paddle, it works its way through the mix as it's churning it and as it's freezing it. So the more times that it works its way through there, the more it's like shaking that heavy cream, right? So you stand a chance of separating the fat solids back out of the ice cream mix if you overwork it. So what you want to really be careful and do is only freeze ice cream to the point where it is just barely soft serve. And then as soon as it's just barely soft serve, take it out of your machine and put it in the freezer. Because if you freeze it solid, If you freeze it solid, the ice crystals, it's going to separate the fat out of there, and then the ice crystals are allowed to form too big because there's too much water component in between the fat. Ones I met ended up being obsessed with. Ooh. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're fairly awesome. Like, it makes sense. But, like, rude? Alright, 2 hours left on that. How are these beans? We're about probably 20 degrees away from room temp, so we're almost ready to start working with the beans, and then we can get back to cooking. You know what? No, we said we were going to take the dogs outside. Let's take the dogs outside instead of smoking some more weed. You need to collab with creators versus fans. Agreed. Agreed. Dude, we need to do something. We need to do a co-stream, even like, you know, like the guest co-stream or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm totally down for the idea of like you making me make something awesomely Canadian and me making you make something awesomely American and kind of making the two like correlate. I think that's a really cool idea. So let's go outside with the dogs. What do you say? Let's grab an acceptable camera. This one will do just fine. Guys, this is my homestead. Welcome to the farm, so to speak. Go. All right, that is obviously the stove. However, this is the farm. I'll take them off your hands here in 2 seconds.
Oh, I'm going outside with you.
Oh, okay.
He was driving me nuts because I got one shoe on, and then he decided that that was all he wanted on was one shoe, and he tried to get out of my lap.
Oh, you got your shoes on, huh?
That's not how this works.
And there we go. All right, we are armed and ready to go hang with the dogs. Let's roll. All right, come on, dude. All right, I'll be right back.
I just added
You
another
wanna-
cart to the
Okay, thank you.
stasho cart.
You wanna grab tablet so I can have a chat? You can hand it to me and then I'll figure it out. Yeah, we got this. Just got to get my anorexia under control. Sproggy, you let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. Say hi. Puck Bunny Sprocket says hi.
Hi, Sprocket.
Here you go. Muchas gracias. Okay, excuse me, sir. Rude. Haha, you ran into the stick. What's that? Yeah. It's from the trees. Yeah. Alright, go on, dude. Go on. Maybe if you're... So here, I've got chat so I can actually see what you guys say, and I've kind of got to stick close to the window so that the mics pick up. My grass is perfect compared to yours. Oh, thank you. Oh, because you're saying I'm not super. I did mow once this year, and I guess I mowed at the right time because now it's only just now getting to where it's starting to bother me again. Hey, babe. I'll tell her when she gets closer. Oh, Sprocket says she loves your dress. She says, thank you. She's shouting, holy cannoli, which I can only mean, which I guess can only mean that we've got a bunch more squash. Let's see, that's either squash or pickling cucumber one. That is cucumber? Yeah, pickling cucumber. Hi. I'm not intimidated. What? She got too excited and she says she may not have waited. She may have picked it prematurely. Yeah, it's a nice vibe out here. I should do this more whenever we're just waiting for food to do the food thing. We should come out here more often. Super pretty out here. And our property goes all the way back to the tree line, and it's almost the same amount up front. It's about two-thirds of how far it is back here is how far we've got up front. And then all the way from the chain link fence to the tree line on the right. It's a good chunk. Yeah, we vibing. Can we have a cookout stream? You know, if I could get the mics to work, then yeah, I don't see why not. I'll have to acquire a grill. I don't actually own a grill. I literally have spent my life in kitchens. And so kitchen is familiar territory. Grills are not unfamiliar territory because a lot of the same things apply, and I have worked in kitchens that have a grill station. All right, dude, that stick sucks. That stick is way too big, dude. You're gonna have to go find another one. We gonna barbecue. But I'm not opposed to getting a grill. Like, I thought, you know what I'll do? I think my next investment in something for the stream, so to speak, because technically anything for the kitchen is for the stream now. I think my next thing will be, I'll get one of those grill smoker combos that has like the offset smoker box. And And then that way I can do both. I can grill and I can smoke. I mean, is it super windy out here? Is it picking up on a bunch of wind? Or is it just picking up on the background noise of my AC unit? All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the ball chucker thing.